It's Monday the 16th of December in the Vendée Globe, the skipper's 36th day at sea, and it started with news that none of us wanted to hear, with Pip Hare's dismasting. We have an update from her on the boat where she is visibly upset, of course, about how her race is ending, but she is hoping to be back on the racetrack soon and is safe on the boat. We also bring you the latest tracker, leaderboard and PredictWind options, because the race at the front goes on and is extremely tight, as well as an update from Nico Lunven and Goodchild out on the water.
Hi everyone, I think you've probably all heard by now that it's not good news from Medallia today. About 5 hours ago, I dismasted. I don't know what happened. Medallia just took off, landed, and when it landed, the mast came down in two pieces. And so that's the end of our 2024 Vendée Globe race. I'm absolutely fine, physically fine, and the boat's pretty unscathed as well. I worked for about 3 hours to clean all the mess up, and I've managed to get a jury rig up, and we now actually just sailing along, doing about 4 knots. I've got 700 miles from the nearest point of land, so I've got a little bit of time to think about where I'm going. I don't think right now I can unpack how I feel. It's just a case of doing the practical things to look after me and the boat, and making some progress towards the shore so that we can sort this out. But I do want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has worked so hard for the last 4 years to make this race happen. To our incredible sponsors, Medallia and Aspen. To all of our partners, our technical partners, our personal partners, everyone who's got a name inside the boat, everyone who helped out, volunteered, came to fundraising events. Because we've all put so much in to making this race happen, and I'm so sorry that it's ended this way. It's not the end, never is the end. And I hope that by the time I get to the shore, we'll have a really good plan for how to get Medallia sailing again and get back to Europe, and then get back on the racetrack in 2025. But I want to thank you all for your incredible support and encouragement, and for following the race this far. And to all the other competitors out there, stay safe, finish the race, and I'm really, really going to miss the other half of the world with you guys.
The tracker at 0600 hours shows just how much Yoann Richomme has caught up with Charlie Dalin, but you can also see how the group behind from 4th to 13th place has compressed significantly, and the leaders are in lighter winds than that chasing pack. Though the strong winds, you can see the big reds there are over 40 knots, and some of the boats there are looking at managing the speed to make sure that they can actually get the boat through those conditions. But it will provide an opportunity for the likes of Boris Herman, who is in 10th place, to continue to catch up with Thomas Rouillon, who is less than 200 nautical miles ahead of him in 4th. And if we look to the west a bit, we can see that group of 3, and the blue boat there is Pip Hare, who has been dismasted and is making her way with a jury rig, we understand now, towards Tasmania. The ranking shows how Charlie Dalin is in the lead still, but only by 41 nautical miles, and the 24-hour average speed, Yoann Richomme, a knot and a half exactly faster than Dalin, so this gap will continue to close. Sebastian Simon hanging in there in the top 3 with his broken foil, 126 nautical miles behind. Then is the group from 4th to 10th. That is Thomas Rouillon in 4th, down to Boris Herman in 10th, and that group is only separated now by 180 nautical miles and is set to compress further due to the stronger winds coming in from behind for that chasing pack. If we look down a bit further, there's Pip Hare, who is making 2.87 knots with her jury rig, and John Le Cam, the leading daggerboard boat, in 19th place. SailWorld.com's New Zealand editor Richard Gladwell has compiled the PredictWind routing options for Yoann Richomme, and it shows how he uses the pressure along the ice boundary, whereas just behind there is an area of light wind which will act as a blocker to the group, which is from 4th to 13th. Then they get into more pressure. There's only the point doing this for Yoann Richomme because Charlie Dalin is in almost identical position to Richomme here. And then strong winds start to develop as they cross the Pacific past Point Nemo, which the entire fleet will start to get, or at least the group, to 13th place. And this develops into a strong low pressure system as we look towards the end of next week as the leaders approach Cape Horn, and this could provide some dangerous winds for the group behind, as we can see those dark reds starting to get up into the 40, 45, maybe 50 knot area.
Morning here in the Southern Ocean. Yesterday, Sunday, was a quiet day, so I took this opportunity to do some jobs, some works on the boat to fix a few little things. And since last night, the wind picked again. Now we have 20-25 knots of wind from north, hopefully northeast. So we are sailing towards the southeast, reaching quite fast because the sea state is still flat, so which is very good. And we still have Jeremy Bayou and Tomarion not far away to windward. And just behind us we have Sam Goodchild, Yannick Bestaven, Paul Meillard and Boris Herman now. So it's going to, so we just passed Tasmania Island, so now we are heading to the south of New Zealand in 2 days, I think. So the next 2-3 days are going to be like that, fast reaching. Unfortunately, I think the sea state will be a bit worse than we have now, but at least for now it's quite flat and fast, quite smooth. Everything is okay on board. It's quite cold now. We are above 50 degrees south, so now it starts to be cold.
Hello, here we are. We've just gone past halfway, so we basically 12,000 miles down and 12,000 miles to go. So that's a relief. And we're into the Pacific Ocean as well. We had our first Pacific sunrise this morning, and the wind is building quick. And the sea state's building fairly quick as well. Actually, we've got 25 to 30 knots now, and maybe I just trying to find a way of going fast, but not too fast. Easier said than done because we're reaching, so the boat just wants to accelerate. So. It's going to be a difficult couple of days, I think. There was a chance of maybe trying to stay ahead of it, but I'm not going to manage that at this speed. So we're probably going to get over 40 knots and 6-7 meter waves, so just need to be careful. Keep the boat one piece. There you go. Other than that, all well. It's all downhill from here. See ya.
Thank you for watching today. We'll continue to bring you the latest news from the Vendée Globe and lots of other events in sailing. Please do subscribe to our channel using the button down here, and take a look at sailworld.com and yachtsandyachting.com for all the latest news from the world of sailing.